Hi, and welcome to one more Strongcast with Godzola on YouTube.
That was my line.
Sorry.
So, as you know, Team Zola Strongman has a YouTube channel. Before I posted videos, just lifting stuff and a lot of stuff for the competitions, April Fool's of Strength that we ran. We're branching out a little bit.
Yeah, so now we're going to, not only can you listen to us on the podcast, but you can watch us on YouTube.
We're going to post maybe some previews of the podcast interviews coming up and maybe some highlights after the podcast release. So,
yeah, my nightmares come true. Me on the internet.
You're going to be famous.
No, I'm not.
Hang with me, I'll get you famous.
Nobody cares what I have to say.
So this is just a little introductory. We already posted one video with Lynn Morehouse on our last podcast talking about tit cleans, and we actually have Lynn filling himself up on camera a little bit.
Yeah, it was hot.
So to start this off, just like everybody else is doing, we're going to do our predictions for World's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
What is that?
I must.
Okay.
See it? Don't touch it.
Okay.
Squeeze.
So obviously, if you're following me, you follow Strongman probably. So we're going to go over our picks. We did picks on the last podcast. It's actually going to air tomorrow on June 10th. That I did with Safest Hostel or Abrams Home.
Siggy.
So hopefully he likes that nickname.
He doesn't like that.
He will let us know tomorrow, I guarantee you.
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
Oh, but
Are you throwing up?
So we did our picks, but we did our picks before we had the heats. So mine haven't changed. My top three haven't changed. My finals changed a little bit.
You did your picks on the podcast.
On the podcast, yeah, before the heats come out.
These picks, we know the heats.
So yeah, we have them right here. We have the heats. You want to read the heats?
Yeah, it's a real fancy piece of paper. Graham picks Maxime Bordeaux, Travis Ortmeyer, Brian Shaw, and Avers Smaxalis, I think. I might be missing like a consonant in there.
That's close enough for
I
me.
apologize. Heat 2, Mark Felix, Johnny Hansen, Trey Mitchell, Evan Singleton, and Tom Stoltman. And that's Tallulah upstairs because she's a dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Heat 3.
Yellow squirrel.
Heat 3 is Jeff Braun, Oberst, E4.
I didn't even write his last name down.
Okay, cool. Who's E4? There's not a lot of them. Luke Richardson and Mikhail Shivlyakov.
I'm going to be on the podcast too.
Heat 4 is Adam Bishop, Terry Hollins, Jerry Pritchett, Konstantin Janashia, and Chris Vanderlind. And then Heat 5 is Gavin Bilton, Kevin Ferris, Alexei Novikov, Luke Stoltman, and Bobby Thompson.
So I want to apologize to the dog. I know it's not very professional. We blocked her off.
Honestly, they can't really see her. So, T. This is T. She's a black dog, so you can't really see her too well, her details. But she's a real pretty girl.
Mr. 180-pound mastiff.
Okay, get out of here.
Go ahead upstairs.
Chupa, go lay down.
So there's the heats for you. I'm sure you all know the heats. So we're just gonna go over our picks real quick. So Heat 1, we're not gonna pick winner of the heat, and we're just gonna pick our top two guys to talk about that.
Yeah.
So but we both have Avers making the finals for the first time.
Yeah, he looks real good to me. Super strong. He's set to show up. So
yeah, I agree too. I think it's just his time to really show up. But for our second pick, we're different. I went with the perennial favorite, always making the finals, Brian Shaw. And
yeah, he's usually safe bet.
April did not.
I went on a limb and I picked Maxime Bordeaux. I think that first of all, he has a fancy last name and a lady's first name, which is nice.
Maxime's a lady's name?
Yeah. I mean, only in this country apparently. And that was rude. I don't mean he's a lady. I mean, he's a super strong man and he has a cool name. And I think he's really kind of a crazy animal, as long as he doesn't beat himself up too much.
Yeah, he likes to headbutt stuff before he goes into an event. So as long as he doesn't
concerns me with the way he hits himself. So I think that hopefully he can keep the beatings to a minimum and really do good.
Yeah, I mean, I like Maxime. I think it's hard to go against Brian Shaw, even though he's just barely made the finals the last 2 years. I'm still going to stick with him for one more year.
Yeah, I get it.
Second heat, we both have Tom Stoltman. Like, go figure, right?
Yeah, really went on a limb there, but I mean, he's good, man.
And this is a toss up. This is putting two of my buddies that I consider actually connections to the friends. Evan versus Trey. I went with Evan, and April went with Trey.
I did. I just think that Evan is still young in his strongman career, and Trey has a little bit more of experience in that. And I don't know. I just think he's been really looking good. And I mean, I don't know. He's just been freakishly strong for a longer period of time, and I think Evan is still building on that. So I think maybe the experience might get Trey there.
Yeah, the crazy thing with Evan, this is really only probably his maybe like 7th show or something like that. So he's still, I mean, he's still new. I mean, he just missed the final. Had he not got hurt last year, he probably makes the finals last year.
And that doesn't mean that I don't think that he couldn't make the finals.
No,
it's just, I mean, it's picks.
It's a hard heat, so you got to pick one or the other. So
Yeah.
Going into heat 3, we both have JF making the finals again.
He's impressively strong.
Yeah, he's consistent. I mean, he's been top 5 like 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
So you can't not pick him. But then for our other picks, we have different picks on those.
Yeah. I have E4 from Iceland. I think I don't know. We just talked to Siggy, and maybe I got the Icelandic vibes going. So.
Yeah, he was definitely talking about how good he's doing. But the thing that gets me is he just competed this weekend also.
Yeah, that's true.
But it wasn't I don't want to say it wasn't a hard competition, but there's not a lot of, I guess, high level athletes in Iceland right now. And he kind of like did the show and kind of walked through it a little bit, so he didn't have to push as hard, maybe. So maybe
he took advantage of a good opportunity, because didn't that qualify him for next year?
For next year, yeah. So
right. So
I'm not saying it was a cakewalk for him or whatever, but it may have been a good tune-up for him also.
I think a lot of those guys in that heat have a chance to make the finals, and it was just my pick.
Yeah, I went with Luke Richardson. I mean, they call him the future. I mean, he's from England, and he's a sports figure over there.
He's got the nickname for a reason.
Last year, he didn't have a very good showing. I'm sure he wants to improve on that, so I look for him to probably step it up this year and make the finals.
Yeah.
Let's go to heat 4. We both have Adam Bishop making it again.
Yeah, I feel like he's always, I don't want to say a safe bet, but he always seems like he's going to make the finals.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a, maybe I don't say an easier division, but definitely, I mean, Bishop's he's just consistent. He's just always up there, but we're also different than other ones. You like Jerry Pritchett.
I do.
And I like Constantine Janasha.
Last year, Jerry did very well at Worlds, as Darren forgot. And
I apologize.
He's just so good, and I really think that he can get it all together this year, and I'm feeling it.
So a fun little story, if you notice, April's wearing an Arizona shirt. Jerry Pritchett's from Arizona, from Phoenix, where April's from. Actually, I guess he actually lives in Goodyear also?
I'm pretty sure he lives in Goodyear, and he goes to the Village Inn, which is like a Denny's if you're not from an area that has Village Inn. And he eats there a lot, and my brother sees him all the time. So, I guess, I don't know if it's like a hometown thing, because honestly, I don't think that really played into my pickings. I just think he's really good.
No, Jerry's very good. But I hope he didn't ruin his record. All our listeners, when they start flocking to the village there for breakfast. Yeah, her brother. I seen that strongman guy again. So.
Yeah.
But I just like Janaj. I think he took a safe bet on recovering from his injury from 2 years ago, and he looked really well in Siberia. The show before he was a little tentative, so I think he's ready to go. But I mean, he was heading for possibly podium in Bradenton before he hit his triceps. So.
Yeah, he's he's a Georgian bull. It's pretty cool, and he's really good competitor, and he's obviously incredibly strong. Yeah. So it's not a bad pick.
Crazy nice guy too. So we get to beat him a little bit down there.
Yeah.
So heat 5, this is the only one with the same one. We both have Novikov. Like really, you're not going to pick Novikov.
Yeah.
And then another buddy of ours is Bobby Thompson.
Yeah. I really feel like Bobby's sort of peaking at a great time right now. And he's really feeling it. He's got good experience, and I think he can really show up. I think the events are good for him, and it was hard. I don't know. I just think he's going to do good.
Yeah, the nice thing with Bobby is it seems like he's really been training his weaknesses too, working on like his speed and his drills and his footwork. So I think that's really going to pay off for him.
Mhm.
And he's just probably between him and JF probably the two strongest, just strength guys.
Yeah, like just flat out strong. Yeah.
So those are our finals. So we're similar and we're not. We have, you know, a little mixed up, but
Not far off.
let's go. Let's pick our top three,
Okay.
and we'll leave our winners. We'll revisit this after the heats are done.
Yeah, I wish I could have like a top 5 because for me, obviously I have Novikov and Tom Stoltman making the podium. I mean, I don't see, unless God forbid some injury happens, how they don't. But it was really hard for me to pick my third person. I picked Jerry, but it was really a toss up between Jerry, Caron, and Bobby.
Yeah.
Because I feel like all of them are pretty good.
Yeah, I went a different way. I didn't have Jerry in the finals.
Yeah.
And I don't have Tom on the podium. I don't know. He's gotten bigger. He's bulking. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. He hasn't been posting a lot of stuff. And like I said in my podcast, to me, he seems to always make some kind of mistake, possibly, or something. And I'm always waiting for that kind of little bobble. And I think with these guys, I don't think you can make a mistake and still make podiums. So my picks are Novikov, JF, and Janoshia. I just really think Constantine's going to have a great showing. So those are my 3. Those are April's 3. We'll see. Maybe we'll come back and do another video after the heats and see how close we were to picking our top 10. And then we'll talk about who's going to win after that.
Yeah. So like, subscribe, leave comments, and also make sure that you do the same with our podcasts available on pretty much any streaming platform.
Yeah, hopefully you guys are following the podcast and enjoying them, and hopefully you enjoy the YouTube channel. So thanks for listening.